All right, back to our top story. Employers adding 227,000 jobs in the month of February. This report coming on the heels of a new jobs bill just passed by the House of Representatives. That bill getting bipartisan support to help small businesses. Illinois Congressman Aaron Schock joins us, Deputy Republican Whip and member of the House Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Good to be with you, Greg. Thanks for having me on.
How does this jumpstart startup businesses?
Well, there's two big things that are stopping businesses from hiring. Number one, certainty in the market. People are unsure about what kind of regulations are going to be out there, what kind of risks they're going to have to take. Second, access to capital after the Barney-Frank, Dodd-Frank legislation passed. It's been harder for businesses to get access to capital. You talk to any employer in the country, they're telling you capital formation is very difficult. So this bill basically goes through chapter and verse, deals with capital formation, makes it easier for businesses to be able to get capital by easing some of those regulations on local community banks that do most of the lending. And it's why 390 congressmen out of 435 voted for this bill. It's common sense. It makes sense.
Why did Nancy Pelosi sort of dismiss it? She called it a little package. She didn't think there was much to it. Why?
Well, obviously, she's trying to get back in the majority, and her view of how to turn the economy around is radically different than ours. We tried the Nancy Pelosi way. The first 2 years President Obama was in office, she basically got everything she wanted, from the Dodd-Frank legislation to the health care legislation to the passage of cap and trade in the House. We know what was next, the card check unionization bill. All of the things Nancy Pelosi was doing to turn the economy around the first 2 years, her Pelosi, was terrible. So obviously she disagrees with us on what it takes to create a job.
Even the Christian Science Monitor, David Grant, said this of this new bill: none of these provisions puts a shovel in an unemployed construction worker's hand or cuts taxes to allow employers to have more money. Isn't that true?
Well, it is true. It's not a construction jobs bill. It's not an infrastructure bill. So I'll give the House is working on trying to put together a highway bill. I would mention to you that when the Democrats controlled the entire process, they advanced no infrastructure bill. The only reason we're talking about any infrastructure for construction workers, any kind of investment in that, is because the House is pushing it and trying to put something together that's paid for. It doesn't cut taxes because every tax cut bill we've advanced, there's been 30 of them that have passed the House, are sitting over in the Senate waiting for the Senate to take action. So at some point, I'm frustrated like they are, in the sense that I'd like to do more, but we're still dealing with a very Democratic-controlled liberal Senate and President. And this represents a broad bipartisan support of things that we all agree on that can actually get done this year.
Well, you've 3 times now said bipartisan, and some skeptics will say, and have said, that look, this is only passed and promoted by your party so that you can argue during an election year that we're not a do-nothing Congress, that we do in fact pass bipartisan measures. And that's why they say it's really very little that the opposition party didn't oppose. What do you say to that?
Well, Greg, I guess you can't win for losing. You do nothing, you're a do-nothing Congress. You do something, you're doing something just to not be a do-nothing Congress. Look, I came to Congress to came to Congress to try and fix this economy and turn things around. The fact of the matter is, the president has been the campaigner-in-chief. He's attended more political functions than any president in their entire 4 years, already in his first 3 years. So while he's out there campaigning, we're going to try and get something done. And look, you give me a Republican president, Republican Senate, we'll get a lot more done next year that can help businesses grow and spur job growth.
Fair enough, and you gave us a good laugh. Aaron Schock, thanks for being with us. Good to see you.
Good to be with you, Greg.
All right.